Hey everybody, welcome back. So this will be following up from the previous video, the part 1 of a critique aimed at Microsoft. So the first part was mostly laying the groundwork to establish the basis that Microsoft, and more appropriately Xbox, have dedicated way too much of their attention towards destructive practices and useless crap that have led them down the road that they are on right now, where they're part of the many studios and companies in AAA going through tens of thousands of layoffs, project cancellations, studio shutdowns, so on and so forth, hiking their prices up and crying to us about market conditions. Now obviously this isn't new, Xbox's decline is well documented, but something I notice all too often when it comes to mainstream news sources such as Jason Schreier, a prominent games journalist and the writer of the article that screenshot is from, plus big content creators, is that they will never admit the company is engaged in a harmful and totally unnecessary ideology that prioritizes political nonsense over quality in their games and service to their customers. It's something that is just crippling them unnecessarily, making them do games that people just don't want to buy, and it's just all after having been in the perfect position at the turn of the console generation, where the world was their oyster, for lack of a better term. All they had to do was turn those acquisitions into gold, but instead they turned them into piss. The link to that video will be in the description and top comment, check it out if you want. It features various pieces of evidence of sordid crap Microsoft has already engaged in. Now since we already established all this crap in the last video, today we're diving straight into this utterly ridiculous Good Trouble campaign for Minecraft. No need to check the last video if you're just here for the Minecraft clown show, but we'll be continuing straight from it, so without further ado, let's jump right in there. So in the previous point, we ended up in a bit of a sad and hopeless note where the whole thing is that ideological grip in so many of these companies, Microsoft included, is so strong that it made the identities of their studios and franchises change, forcing us to either accept it and move on, play their games as they are, or just not buy them and let things run their course while we find alternatives. So, okay, they're cooked. They put themselves in a tough predicament, chasing ideological bullshit and ESG dollars. Now what? What's the point of making these videos then? Just to dunk on Xbox and Microslop? Mock them and their shenanigans? Well, yes.
Gay people are just like me and you.
I know.
How many times do I have to tell you that?
Well, you tell me that all day, how I'm just like all the gay people.
Gay people are the same as everybody.
No, you mean, you always tell me specifically how I think you're just calling me gay. It's one of the...
It's not an insult. He thinks it's an insult.
No, I didn't mean it.
Why would being gay be an insult?
Yeah. I love gay people.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, that's about it, but also to document it, to talk a bit of smack about them, but also to remind them of what they used to be, to give them a bit of tough love and welcome them back if they so choose to stop making garbage. And if they don't, and they keep doing the same undesirable content that nobody likes, then to never let them or anyone else forget that it's their choices that got them in the hole that they are in now. And that we notice that the hole is getting deeper and deeper, also weirder. Because certainly you guys have definitely seen this latest little adventure of theirs where they're using Minecraft to shove propaganda into kids' content now. Pretty blatantly too, I mean, look at this campaign. Making Good Trouble, truly one hell of a thing to greenlight to put out there right now during a time of ridiculous civil unrest going on in America, where even some schools and leering centers in Minneapolis are sending children out onto the streets to protest against their whole immigration enforcement thing. Not to mention all that went down in January with the riots and everything. Apparently this piece of content from Minecraft isn't even a new thing though. It's just that it seems that you notice it more and more the more extreme things get. It's been around for a couple of years, but it's getting pushed back out again and got updated because it used to glaze the Black Lives Matter movement, which ended up being a cesspit for claims of fraud in regards to what happened to, all that donation money that just, I don't know, evaporated I suppose. But hey, then the chudling YouTubers reviewing movies and video games are the grifters, am I right fellas? Make no mistake, by the way, that them bringing this out right now is no coincidence. They're doing this because they want to create this false equivalency between actual civil rights movements and figures of the time that pushed for things with legitimacy, with the lunatics causing riots in Minneapolis right now for illegitimate reasons, as if this was all just the same kind of thing, just the same kinds of examples of good trouble. But anyway, this is the official post by the Minecraft account. Want to change the world in real life? Start in Minecraft. In the free Good Trouble DLC, explore global civil rights movements, meet changemakers, and learn how to stand up, speak out, and build a better world. Are you serious right now? This is a video game, dude. This is Minecraft. Like, what the fuck?
Listen. Listen.
You mine and you craft, and you make little houses, and you kill some piggies to get pork chops. You make castles and you hide dungeons behind waterfalls that you set up with buckets of water. Like what civil right? Brother, turn the lights off. I'm trying to build a nether portal. What the f? Also, you know how desperate Microsoft has to be when they're giving this away for free too. I mean, goddamn, their margins aren't looking good, fellas. How more blatant do you have to get than this embarrassment? Like, as a kid, be that younger or all the way up into your teenage years, you played video games to get away from precisely this shit. Like, this is the type of thing that they would reel out into the classroom in that big-ass TV with a VCR underneath. Everyone already had DVDs or laptops with flash drives, but the school would still be wheeling out that old-ass TV set and playing videos of subjects like this for you to learn names and dates for a history test. Then you'd get home and what time is it? Well, it's time to play some video games. It's time to get away from all of this real life shit and go defeat the flood, or go destroy a hive of locusts, or assemble your team to take on the Reapers, or hell, maybe just pull off a 900 in a Tony Hawk game, or continue building your castle in Minecraft. It really doesn't matter what the game was. What mattered is that gaming was purely about escapism, and that was key in maintaining balance. Balance is incredibly important, be that for kids or adults. It's important to have something to escape to, dude. You got life stuff, you got work stuff, you got politics, and then you got your peace. I think recent events show that better than anything. People need entertainment to recharge and also to connect with one another beyond partisan bullshit. It's frustrating, man. Like, gaming used to be something that did that, but nowadays it's seemingly impossible to get away from shit like this. Corporate activists want to get politics rammed into everything. I mean, holy shit. Now you can just be a little dude in the classroom and you got a weird-ass wide-eyed teacher walking in like, "Come on, little buddy, today we're going to go outside onto the middle of the road and you're going to learn how to throw rocks at black SUVs. Pay attention, Jenkins, this is going to be on the test." Hell are we doing, guys? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think we might have gone a little too far. Is that a little too brave of me to say? I think we slipped somewhere, fellas. Oh man, in general, across the board, whether you're a kid or an adult, whether you're at school playing a video game or at work, every other month there's yet another week with yet another day that is supposed to represent this, that, or the other. And then on the days that there's nothing, you're supposed to go and goddamn harp on about whatever's going on TV. Whether it be something happening in another state, or halfway across the world in a random-ass country. I'm tired of it, man. Do people ever just take a day off these days? Like, holy... And it's into everything, dude. Like, even John Randoms on the internet. Just last weekend, Amiro, a streamer who plays video games while cosplaying, was trending on X due to controversy. Now you might be thinking, oh damn, she must have done something real bad. What did she do, Dez? What did she do? Did she say the N-word? Feel free to pause the video and write your theory down in the comments below. No cheating though, I'll know. you for your submissions. You're wrong though. All that happened was, someone just asked her, a streamer, what does she think about ICE, and she didn't respond. When pressured further, she said that she's not into politics, that's not what she does, and if people are coming to a streamer that doesn't know anything about politics to get their political takes, then they need to get their priorities straight. Which was actually based. Like, what the hell are we doing here? Why should anyone care what an entertainer thinks about politics? Well, I don't know, but enough terminally online people managed to pressure her to backtrack and make a big statement that none of her attackers will ever read because they don't actually care about her. They only want her to repeat the same delirious takes that they spew because silence is violence. But hey, that's life. And I suppose that was Emiru's choice, and now it's her lesson to learn moving forward. These people are never going to be appeased if you bend over to them. It's just, it never happened before. You're not going to be the first. This is a common thing though, it's not just video games. Minecraft may be shoving this into the game, and other games may be doing similar things, such as some of the examples shown in the last video, but boy is this big in Hollywood, with big celebrities across all the Western world deluding themselves into thinking that their opinions matter that much. They fostered yet another cringy-ass environment and parasocial relationship with these terminally online weirdos on the internet who value their deluded, out-of-touch political takes more than the actual songs they sing or the movies or games that they act in. It's insane, man. It gives mentally ill, brother. There is not a single reason why anyone should care about what a streamer or any other kind of entertainer thinks about political shit. Except me, of course, definitely subscribe, but I mean just, what do you want? You want to listen to Giancarlo Esposito tell you to head out there and, fight for him? Die for him? He doesn't care. It doesn't matter if it's 500 or 50 million, it doesn't matter. At least I'll be here, guys. At least I'll survive in my mansion.
You know, some very rich old white men are exerting their power to suppress our own people, thus creating a feeling of civil war in the streets. And for me, I have to speak out that we will not be iced out. This is not going to happen. They can't take us all down. If the whole world showed up on Putin's doorstep or on the Iranian's doorstep or in Washington, it would stop. They'll kill 550 million, however, but the rest of us would survive with a new, this is time for a revolution. It's time for it, and they don't even know that's what they're starting. No more. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it. They can't take us all down. It would stop. They'll kill 550 million, however, but the rest of us would survive.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
This is time for a revolution. It's time for it, and they don't even know that's what they're starting. They can't take us all down.
When I hire you to kill the Batman, you shut the hell up and kill the Batman!
No more. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
At least me and my collection of hats and shawls will make it. You fucking idiot. But above all else, we should especially never care about what a video game company pretends to care about, as they're trying to sell you a product while pandering to you just to boost their marketing and ESG returns. I guess escapism is too much to ask for these days. These companies have seemingly shifted their programming into picking a side, attaching themselves to agendas, all for money, while some people out there actually think the corporations care. Like, yeah, sure thing, Steve. Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Disney, etc. They all really care about you and your fringe political views. Like, yep, no doubt, brother. Master Chief is a strong supporter of open border policies. He's only against the aliens in the video games. In real life, he's actually all for it. Also, of course, somehow, someway, both Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader are white dudes for Harris. Both the Rebellion and the Empire are super totes not fans of the Orange Man and his policies. You were right the whole time. And Sonic the Hedgehog especially holds very, very strong left-wing progressive progressive ideals. So yes, of course, we absolutely must put this garbage political shit into games, especially ones geared towards children, because these poor kids should live in a world where they can be assured that Juanmanriot is a big supporter of current thing as well. All this instead of just creating art for everyone to dive into, get lost in, and enjoy without political baggage from real life. You know, I'd say jokes aside because we did just do a bit of trolling, but the thing is that it isn't even jokes aside, it's what they're doing. Then they go and piss themselves crying online whenever the layoffs hit as a result of poor performances, or cope about market conditions whenever they have to raise their prices again, just like Microsoft did just last year. Oh guys, the market is so volatile, guys. Game development is it's so hard, it's so difficult, it's so expensive, guys. We need to kick game prices up to $80 and the Game Pass to $30 a month, guys. It's really tough out here, okay? And we remain committed though. We remain committed to servicing the players. Well, if you actually took 3 seconds to look around, stop making retarded decisions like all the stuff brought up in this video and on part 1, and you hired people who actually care about the franchises they want to work on, rather than activists who want to change those franchises into things they and their deluded mentally ill modern audience friends would care about, then maybe the market conditions wouldn't be so bad then, huh? Maybe then your market conditions would look more favorable, like other studios out there. Imagine that, making games for gamers works? What? How? Who came up with that idea? I thought all we had to do was spend hundreds of millions of dollars making garbage while having our community managers virtue signaling about toxic masculinity, the patriarchy, and heteronormativity on Twitter. Holy fuck, Batman! This is a huge revelation! Guys, I don't know how much more I can take this video. I might need some Tylenol or some shit. Hey guys, I'm back. I had some food and some water. I'm ready to get brain damage again. So where were we? Oh yes! So now we gotta put up with this lame-ass, heavy-handed political BS shoved straight into our games by Daddy Microsoft, who wants to lecture us, or our kids, on civil rights movements and how to stand up, speak out, and build a better world. Okay, fair enough. A better world according to who exactly though? And under what authority? Who's making that shots? Who's setting the standards? You? You're a mega corporation. Your bottom line is money. Zero ethics, zero boundaries. They'd let us starve if it meant saving them 2 cents on the dollar. And let's not even talk about their connections. Oh boy, the you-know-who files have been really eye-opening in the past few days, haven't they? Like, who the do these people think they are to lecture us or try to make garbage like this to indoctrinate kids? And I see some people defending this, as in the content that's in it. I'll touch on it in a bit, but understand this, it's not even about the message at this point, it's about the messenger itself. Even if you like this, you should be aware that you're being used as a tool and you will be discarded before 3 o'clock. Microslop is all lefty friendly as long as it doesn't hurt their bottom line. All you gotta do is look at their policies on AI. They're going full steam ahead on it. They just don't virtue signal about it because they know the optics don't look good. Hell, you guys remember this picture? Some of you may have seen it. They posted this last year after they laid off a crazy amount of people. 9,000 people, guys. That's a lot of homeless. So anyway, then after that they posted this picture as a "we're hiring" sign for new people. So in other words, they fired thousands of people, graphic designers included, and then they made an AI picture to hire more people, graphic designers included. Why did you fire them in the first place then, you dumbass? Were they that bad? Damn, well, either way. Here's another funny thing. You remember how Larian got attacked late last year for saying that they were experimenting with AI on some things to see if it could expedite or ease certain tasks during game development or explore new ideas as research? A bunch of lobotomites got mad at him, lost their composure online, sent him death threats, and all that lovely stuff, making claims that weren't even true, such as that Larian is replacing artists with AI. Made a whole video on it, you guys can check it out if you want. That was a fun time, wasn't it? Well, anyway, so here's Microsoft mandating that their staff use AI at work as much as possible or get yoinked from the company. Shit, they even said that people who got laid off, if they're feeling f***ed up, they should go ahead and just use AI, you know, like ChatGPT or Copilot to cope about the job loss. This is like this is a telenovela, bro. This is a telenovela. Why is this a telenovela? Because and yet, here these people go defending this utter blatant garbage from Microsoft getting pumped into Minecraft. I said it back in my video covering the Larian controversy, and I'll say it again. This whole identity politics bullshit was the best thing that could have ever happened to these companies. Because they can do literally whatever they want. They can commit the greatest evils thought possible, but at the end of the day, it'll be just fine so long as they take 5 minutes to virtue signal about identity politics nonsense every other week. Pander to these absolute lobotomites, and a whole army of mouth breathers will come and defend you in a heartbeat, even if at the same time they're doing the shit that these people demonize other studios for doing, even when they're not even doing it. Such is the case with Larian. They're not even bordering on what Microsoft is doing with AI, and yet they and the developers of Expedition 33 were the ones getting lambasted for it for days, while Microslop rubs their hands together in the other room. Ah, lobotomites, huh? What would the world be without them? Probably a utopia of progress and reason. But anyway, switching gears here for a second and trying to get myself into the mind of one of these folks. There's a lot of empty room up there, so I'm sure I can fit in. Is Minecraft really the place for this? Shouldn't they be learning about Rosa Parks at school instead of turning her into a fucking block? I thought Americans had a whole month for that kind of thing, unless this is to push it outwards into a global audience like, hey, look kids from Europe and Asia, now you can learn about some shit that has nothing to do with you and that went down in another continent. And by the way, make no mistake, this is all about indoctrinating kids. The developer of that aforementioned Take Us North game with Cucksoft, which we talked about in the first part of these videos, already put it out there in the presentation of her own game. It was on their website before they took everything down after getting roasted last summer, that this is the goal. It's this nonsense on screen right now. Gamescom is in on it too, with the guys who run it coming out and admitting that they want more politics in video games because video games are a huge thing worldwide and can be very influential. Make no mistake, this is the goal. This is why this garbage is in our games, even the ones aimed at younger audiences. And it is also why I'm going so hard on this, because again, it's not even the message anymore, it's the messenger. It's also the message because it fucks up the games, but anyway. The point is that anyone could come in here and be like, hey yo man, these were legitimate causes that they put into DLC, calm down. Like it's Martin Luther King, it's Rosa Parks, it's stuff to do with girls' access to education, etc, etc, etc. But who cares? In the end, it's a drop of fresh water in a bucket full of shit. A bucket that has already exposed itself for using this very same mechanism to advocate for extremely heavy-handed content, such as the Take Us North game that pretends as if border security are evil, right? Authority is bad, but coyotes, as in human and drug traffickers, are good. I mean, shit. I don't even know if that game is still being worked on after the backlash, but if it is, I'd bet some good money the Billie Eilish line from the Grammys is gonna make it in. No one is illegal on stolen land. Maybe it'll be the opening before some music kicks in, like And either way, that's just my assumption about this program. I mean, honestly, who knows what else is actually in it? Who knows if it's even good faith? Who knows what other figures they have in there? The point is that none of it should even be there in the first place. When you go play a game, you shouldn't have to worry about this crap. It should be a place for escapism, fandom, enthusiasm, and passion for entertainment. Not a goddamn hill for political parties to plant their flags on. It's also funny to me that these micro-cuck Karens think that this is going to work. The kids and teenagers who play Minecraft aren't all that dumb that they can come in with this Karen-ass teacher energy and think that they're going to take this seriously with the respect and weight that they wanted to have. Like, haven't they seen the mods and videos that are out there for this game? Or that Roblox video of players staging ice raids? I swear it exists, dude. I might not be able to find it to put it. If I find it, I'll put it in right here. But I swear it exists. I swear I saw it a few days ago. And according to ABC News, it's even spreading and taking over entire role-playing servers, with more players doing this despite Roblox trying to ban it because they don't want, political content in the game. But either way, regardless of how out of touch these Karens are who think that they can get kids indoctrinated with this level of shitty effort, still, I hate this, dude. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of seeing this and never hearing the usual suspects complaining about it. There's content creators and games journalists out there who will lose their minds if a page like Homeland Security shitposts video game related cringe, like when they use Halo for posters. But at least that's just politicians being cringe by pretending to be hip with kids, kind of like when a brand like KFC or whatever drops an HR approved meme to follow a hot internet trend. It's where this popular meme comes from. In general, even the existence of this meme is something that just was not there years and years ago. I think it shows that people are just getting really fatigued of companies being fake, just trying to do the whole friendly dandy bullshit, joining in on trends, telling us what they think or what we should think about things. Like, just sell me your product at a fair price and shut the fuck up. But anyway, as I was saying, that's not politics in games though. That's games being shoved into politics, if anything. It doesn't affect the game content itself. The games are still the games, clear and free of that influence. But shit like this, like what Microsoft and other giants in the Western games industry have been dabbling into, that's actual politics and ideologies in the games, driving the content in them, ruining them and dragging franchises through the mud along the way, and these journos and soyboy tubers will say nothing about it. And man, I don't want to go into a whole other rant with how much this affects society and is affected by it too, but man, I mean, just look at what's been happening in Minneapolis recently. How there's shameless school teachers and kindergarten monitors taking other people's kids who leave them at these places, hoping responsible adults watch over them, leading the kids out onto the street to protest. Like, please guys, please tell me you see how crazy this is too. Sometimes I feel like I'm losing my mind. Recently, more and more, like I feel like, I don't know man, like I feel like I fell through a portal into this weird broken world. Like, holy shit dude, can we go back to 2004 or something and just stay there? Taking kids out on protests, indoctrinating them, gassing them up, messing with their little heads from such a young age with politics, ideology, brain rot, and straight up hate. Like, dude, imagine being a parent nowadays. How have things become so broken that this is happening and there's an entire subsect of people, an entire ideological side that is okay with it and even approves of this? How have we fallen so low that as a parent, you have to think twice about sending your kids to school, brother? School! Like shit, my parents had to think twice about whether or not to let me hang out with the weird older kids that hung out in the area. Spoiler alert, they shouldn't have. They smoked cigarettes already and stole shit from the supermarket. But anyway, parents these days though, they gotta be like, man, I wonder if I should let little Billy go to school today. I'm sorry, fellas. This isn't even funny. I mean, it is, but it really isn't for parents. Hey, honey, I think today I'm gonna leave little Billy with the village witch. What do you think? It sounds safer. Man, I made a joke about this in a video a few days ago, about how in my day, you had to bring home and sign a permission slip just to cross the road to head out to a park across from my school in the form of like a mini field trip. Hanging outside with your schoolmates and teachers. It was just that. It just crossed the road, be at the park with the teachers and the other schoolmates, and you needed a permission slip. Now we have activists, even in our very own education systems, taking kids and just doing whatever the fuck they want with them. Ah, but Des, come on, that's so much exaggeration. It's only happened in a few schools, it's not like it's the whole country. Where's the accountability then? Why aren't these people getting charged for child endangerment? Or at least getting sued into oblivion? Shit, at least fired. This is one of those easy, simple things where people should be able to come together from across the aisles, put their differences aside, and just go, fuck no. Those are our kids, they're in there to learn how to goddamn count, do their homework, and stay safe until we pick them up. Not wander outside risking getting hurt, run over, or worse. Same with Minecraft. People should be able to come together and advocate that video games are not the place for whichever political parties hold power in the medium at the time to shove their ideologies into it. In malicious, manipulative ways to indoctrinate kids, because the fact is that, oh sure, now it's the left, and so the left is like, yay, woohoo, hell yeah, let's get those kids, but tomorrow it might be the right, and then if you're left-wing and you supported this shit now, like if you don't stand up to fight against this in general, nobody's going to care when it happens to you. It'll just be part of the system. It'll be like, well, you opened Pandora's box, so now it is what it is. And that just sucks for everybody, and it especially sucks for the medium. But instead, again, this is just yet another dividing line in the sand where if you think this is awful, well, that just means that you're a bad, evil, right-winger chud. And if you think this is a great thing, then you're the most morally perfect person there is. You are a symbol of kindness and light against the dark, tolerance and wisdom. There is no one better than you on the planet, except maybe Greta Thunberg. Actually, not even her, because she's white and blonde, and that's bad as well. So there you go. You're the best! Man, anyway, we're drawing close to the end of the video. I'm sorry guys, I said I didn't want to go into unstructured rants and, you know, keep it focused on the micro-slop topic, but it just happens when it's matters that branch out. Maybe at least it shows you guys why I care so much to make a video despite having zero solutions to suggest a micro-cuck. Like, I got nothing. When you're this far gone that you're turning your games into tools or vehicles to shove in crap that doesn't belong, there really isn't much to do, you know? There really isn't much that I can say to fix it. Like, at this point, you're too far gone. You need to fire some executives, you need to get rid of some directors, you need to restructure, you need to get rid of certain departments that are doing nothing in there. Certainly nothing productive. When things get this bad, you really can only fix things yourself by letting time run its course. Let the flops keep tightening their belt, let more thousands of layoffs happen, let them keep making more mistakes to cover for their previous mistakes. For example, let them notice that the money is still in the red, and instead of fixing the core problem, let them try to offset it by increasing game prices even more. They already committed to $80, shit, let them take it up to $90, make it a full $100 even. The higher it goes, the less they will sell, because it's like a cycle of garbage. Mid-game's not worth $70, so they're not getting sales, so then they hike it up to $80. Now they're not going to be getting sales either, so they're going to be like, ah shit, gotta hike them up to $90. And then the same mid-games are being sold at $90, maybe even $100 in the future. And meanwhile, we're just sitting here looking at these games, looking at these prices and going, hell no, son, I can buy like 5 different games for that price that'll be far more worthy of my time and money. Let them keep cooking themselves until someone finally wakes up and goes, hey, what's going on in this company? Okay, who's responsible for this? Who do we need to fire? Who do we need to replace to get out of this mess? It's like that Dave Chappelle meme, modern problems require modern solutions, guys. Maybe then we'll start seeing some positive changes where instead of propaganda content drops for Minecraft or for Halo, like they also like to do this kind of thing for Halo, of course, Again, remember guys, Master Chungus is your friend. Maybe then, you know, they start doing content drops that are exciting and add more value to the games, or cool crossover bundles. Oh, and a Fable game that looks like a Fable game, instead of waiting so many years without a single release, promising the grand return of Fable, but ending up doing so with a version packed with changes that just makes you wonder, why is it called Fable in the first place? Why not make this a new IP? Why not let Fable be Fable and make whatever other nonsense they want to make on the side under a new name? I mean, who knows really, it's just... These are the questions that lie at the center of the galaxy, fellas. All that money, all that power, a golden goose in their hands, the capability of being able to find and buy any talent that they wanted, acquire any impressive indie developer or up-and-comer AA studios no matter the price, and the lobotomites in charge do absolutely nothing with it. The talent that they did buy ended up being in brutally long development cycles that no one can explain, even for insanely short games, like Hellblade 2. I mean, what was that, 7 years of development for a 6-8 hour game? Bethesda ended up deteriorating. Somehow, with more money and resources from Daddy Microsoft, they're able to release even less games than they were able to do so on their own. It's 2026, and the only thing of note to have happened recently was a remake of Oblivion that wasn't even developed by them. It was outsourced to another studio. 343 Studios gets a useless rebrand into Halo Studios and does nothing with it. All this time since Infinite, and all they got to show for is another remake of a game that they already re-released like 3 times. But hey, don't worry guys, you can sprint now. Call of Duty somehow managed to get even worse under Microsoft's stewardship than it was when it was on its own. Dozens and dozens, perhaps even hundreds of properties from Activision are literally never going to see the light of day again. Like, these people don't even care. I've seen how Xbox operates. All they do is collect studios like cards. It's like a fuckboy hanging around with a set of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that he claims is legendary, but he never plays them. They love to make these images like this one and this one. They love to be like, hey fellas, look at all this shit that we own. Oh, look at all these games. Look at all these games that nobody's making. Look at all these games that we're fucking up, boys. Look at all it. Look at all that we own. Look at all it. This is Xbox. You wanna know who's definitely doing super well right now? Whoever sold to Microsoft. Like, I don't know if it was Bobby Kotick or whatever, but bro, whoever it was, they're doing beautifully right now because they had this steaming pile of garbage in their hands that they were also doing next to nothing with. You know, Call of Duty was already in decline. Maybe in the back of some conversations they were feeling a bit nervous, and then these guys, you know, Microsoft, they walk in like, hey. Man, what's that smell? Yikes. Anyway, hey, you want a $68 billion for this shit? Absolutely brilliant move, guys. Then you sprinkle all of this ideological crap on top, making whatever few games they do manage to make and release range between mid to terrible, and there you go, that's the Microsoft recipe. Actually, we're not done yet, because the big boss at Micropenis is also really into AI. Not even the good kind of AI that you can use intelligently to make good content faster, not the kind of AI that you can use as assistants for talented artists to do in like 1 hour what would take them like 3 or 4. No sir, we're talking about AI slop. He even said he wants people to stop using that term, which has given rise to the micro slop meme that we see being used today. These are truly exciting times for this company, but that's it from me today here, fellas. I'm gonna go ahead and go get that Tylenol and play some good games instead. Thank you all very much for hanging out, listening to me lose my mind today. Don't forget to drop a like in the video if you enjoyed it and if you want to help out the channel with the algo. Also, if you're a new guy, then subscribe for more ravioli coming soon. With that out of the way, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Gay people are just like me and you.
I know.
How many times do I have to tell you that?
Well, you tell me that all day. How I'm just like, oh, you know, gay people.
Gay people are the same as everyone.
No, you always tell me specifically how you're just calling me gay. It's more of a,
It's not an insult.
No,
It's an insult.
no, I didn't mean it.
Why would being gay be an insult?
I love gay people.
Yeah, I know.